Hello, welcome to Have a Tea with me. My name is Chris. This is a lesson jigsaw channel. So did I say a? I think I said a lesson, the lesson jigsaw channel. I guess it is, isn't it? This is Have a Tea with me. We are here for English language conversation practice. If you are learning English or you just need to practice speaking, practice conversational skills in English, we are here for you. In a moment, I'm going to put a link into the chat. If you click on that, you can come on through to the studio and we can chat about whatever it is that you like. Today is what is it? It is okay. It's Wednesday, the 30th of March, 2022. Okay, it's almost a quarter of the year, almost a quarter of 2022 done. That's amazing. I find that amazing. Okay, so anyway, this is, as I say, Have a Tea with me. We're here more or less at around 12 o'clock Universal Time every day, Monday to Friday, here to chat with you. So it's an open chat. So all you gotta do is be here and click on the link, and you can come on through. What was I going to say? Now, if you're watching this on the replay, hello. If you're watching this on the replay and you're thinking 12 o'clock Universal Time, not good for me, you can send us an email. You see the email address down the bottom there. chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. If you send us an email to that email address, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com, let us know what time zone you're in, whereabouts you are, what you'd like to talk about, and also some days and times that might be better for you. And we can see if we can organize a live stream with you to do the speaking and conversation practice. Okay. So anyway, I hope you're having a good day. Whatever it is, if you're, excuse me again, if whether you're having if you're having or maybe it's the beginning of the day, it's the end of the day, the middle of the day, maybe you're on the road traveling around, or you're at work or at home, you're in bed maybe about to go to sleep, or having breakfast, or what else could be? Maybe you're playing football. But if you're playing football, I guess I guess it is possible that you listen, but yeah, it's well, maybe would that be interesting if you're playing football and listening to the radio at the same time, or something like in your headphones or something. I guess you could casually be watching. You could be playing football and running around with like YouTube and clicking different buttons and stuff. That's not impossible. A casual game of football, I would suppose it is then. Participate in the live. Okay, so I'm sending that link through now. And that should be there for you. Now, if you're watching on Twitter, you won't be able to see that link, unfortunately. That's the way things work. But certainly, if you are on Facebook or YouTube, you will be able to see that, and you can click on that. You can click on that link and come on through. And as I say, you can talk about whatever we want. All that we try and do really is try and be respectful, but like in a normal conversation way. In a normal conversation, you would try and be respectful anyway. So it's basically about that, more or less. Okay. So now, while I'm here, I was going to say, while I'm here, now when we're practicing speaking and practicing conversation skills, generally you'd want something to talk about. And as I say in every session, pretty much, is that, getting the ideas of what to talk about. Normally, if you meet someone, you can start talking about things. I guess maybe if there's a connection with some people, maybe not. Maybe some people you just sit there and it can be silence. That's true. But it certainly is. Uh, Normally, I guess conversations flow naturally, which is of the opposite of what I'm saying now, of course. But the point is that you can use different types of stimulus, different types of ideas to generate that conversation. Now, while I'm talking to myself, I would tend to use something like newspapers, articles, um, magazines. You can use things you see on TV or a movie as conversation starters to start the conversation, and just in the real world, things that you see around you. It's I guess, a normal and natural thing to do, to have that type of thing stimulate and create the conversation. And so uh, I tend to use pictures, and then basically just talk about the pictures, and then use the question words. So who, what, when, where, why, how, and any other type of question you may think of. We use that, and that then sort of creates the basis or the flow for wherever the conversation goes. And maybe the conversation goes off in tangents. Is that it's normal, I think, isn't it? So maybe the conversation goes off in tangents, just in different directions, basically. To go off in tangents. To go off in tangents. I think there you can actually say in or on. To go off on a tangent. I think I've heard that. To go off on a tangent and to go off in a tangent. Maybe on a tangent or in tangents. Because in a tangent sounds a little bit unusual. Anyway. Okay, and so what we're going to try and do today is we're going to look at a few photos and see what conversation we can get from them. Now, if we're looking at this photo, what's the idea here? What is the idea here? Actually, while we're thinking about that, I'm just going to put on some music. There we go. I knew there was something missing. A bit of background music is nice. So, what is who is it? It's a lady. I'm going to say a young lady. Guess her age. I'm not really good at guessing ages. Can you guess age as well? I don't know. I struggle sometimes with ages. And normally, because people look at the face, I guess, and they look at the clues. Well, I think it's more, isn't it, the neck? If you look at the neck, it's more of an indicator of how old someone is, rather than the actual face. Because some people can have wrinkles or not have wrinkles. Like that. Maybe, well, for some people, not a good thing to have, but a good word to know. So some people have wrinkles. And wrinkles, well, you have wrinkles in two different places, really, in general. You can have wrinkles like the lines. So commonly like with the eyes, on the sides, I guess you'd say, on the sides of the eyes. But also like the skin in general, when the skin starts to shrink or shrivel, I guess. Shrivel. The skin begins to shrink or shrivel. Basically, it gets smaller, and I guess, and then you have the I guess layers, if you like, or folds, maybe in a way. But then also you have the lines, which is the wrinkles. But you have it in on skin, but then you can also have it with clothes. And that's the reason you use an iron. So you use an iron to get the wrinkles out. You use an iron to get the wrinkles out of clothes. Clothes or whatever. It could be like a tablecloth. That's why you see people ironing tablecloths. I've seen it in movies as well, like in restaurants, places like that, when they're having events, they're ironing the tablecloth. But that's because of the wrinkles, yeah. So the lines. So you have wrinkles and creases, I guess, is the other word that you could have. But I guess crease you normally think of like with like a book or paper, but you can also put a crease in like trousers. Sometimes people like to put a crease in the middle of the trousers, so there's like a line on the two legs of trousers, that sort of thing. Anyway, so that's one of those tangents we were talking about. So if we're looking at this photo again, we can see that, well, okay, it looks as though, so this, so okay, I don't think I actually guessed the age. So I'll say young. So I'm guessing between 20 and 30. I'm guessing between 20 and 30. And this is perhaps her morning or evening routine. Her morning or evening routine. So she is going through her morning or evening routine. Okay, yes, we need her, not he. Her or the. So she's going through her morning or evening routine. I can't tell, what time of the day it is. So it looks as though she's applying some type of cream. It could be an anti-aging cream. No. Anti-aging cream. I guess the idea being that it's a cream that makes you look or keeps you looking younger or young. Or maybe younger is probably more accurate. Younger than you are. So if you're 50, you're not looking 50, you're looking 40, I guess. Or maybe 30. But I'm supposing if you're 50 and you look 40, or if you're 50 and you're looking 30, that's probably more to do with other things, not the cream. That probably has more to do with like your lifestyle. If you're eating healthy, if you're exercising and that sort of thing. So I don't know if applying a cream to the face is actually doing that job. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe it's like an anti-aging cream or an anti-wrinkle cream, so stopping those lines coming, perhaps somehow. Maybe it's just a gentle or a general moisturizer. Who knows? Or maybe it could be some type of skin, what do you call it? A cleansing or cream, I guess, of sorts. Morning, Sonia. How are you? Hope you're having a great day, Sonia. So yeah, I guess it could be, and it's like a wash. So maybe you apply the cream, and then you put it on. Oh, maybe it's like a mask. That's the other thing, I guess. It could be a mask. I don't know. I see a few different spellings for mask, but generally it's like M-A-S-K in English. But I think some brands in English like to be a little bit, I guess, exotic, and so they use some different spellings, like with Q and that sort of thing. Like when you have masquerade, like a masquerade party. So they use the Q, that sort of style. But yeah, so maybe it's it's a type of mask that she's putting on, and maybe you put it on for, I don't know, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then she washes it off. And that's, to me, that's why I think maybe it's like a mask sort of thing, or a skin cleanser. A skin cleanser. Oops, I got to. So a skin cleanser. So something that cleans the skin, but a skin cleanser. Cleanser? No, that's wrong. It's just the pronunciation. It's a strange one, because I was thinking for a moment. But that's where English spelling is tricky sometimes, isn't it? But yeah, so it could be a skin cleanser. And the reason I think that is because she has her hair in a bun. Her hair is up in a bun, which makes me think she's going to get wet. She's going to wash her face or something, or maybe about to go for a shower or something. But she's certainly going to wash her face, I would say, and she doesn't want to get her hair wet, because then she would have to dry it, particularly as she has long hair. And I guess that could take more time, particularly if she has to go out. She doesn't want to, spend excess amount of time trying to dry the hair then afterwards. So the hair's in a bun. She's applying the cream of whatever type. And as I say, it's hard to tell, for me anyway. It's hard to tell if it's the morning or the evening. And I guess, I don't know. Why? Why is she doing that? Is it an anti-aging thing? Or is it just a cleanliness thing? Where does she get the routine from? Is it a routine that she's seen from other people? Seen from, I don't know, people in her family? Maybe her mum or sisters or something had that routine, so she follows the routine, or maybe from her friends, or maybe she developed her own routine. Maybe it is just like a normal hygiene thing. So she's just cleansing maybe the face, maybe the neck area as well. And she does this maybe every night before going to sleep. I don't know. Everyone has different routines, I guess. Everyone has different routines. So I don't know I don't know what you think. And I guess the other thing is this sort of routine good? I don't know if it's all these different creams and that sort of thing, because creams normally are, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know much about makeup and creams and gels and all that sort of thing. But I think they're mainly, for the most part, originally maybe not, but nowadays it's mainly made up of different chemicals and combinations and that sort of thing. And I guess the question is that any good? Is that any good? I mean, does it have the same effect that all the chemicals, like the dyes and sprays and whatever, what that does to hair, does that do the same thing to the skin wherever you apply a cream? Then again, I guess you could ask the same question. Like when people go into the sun, they use sunblock. And that has lots of chemicals in it as well. But that's has to, I guess it's preventing the sun from getting in. But if you're doing that, it's also a natural anti-aging thing, because I guess the more the sun hits the skin, the more the older it gets. The more it ages. And I guess another question is, is there really a difference with brands? I guess with chemicals, if it's a chemical combination, I guess there could very much be a difference between brands, because the chemicals, if you're using, because everyone will have different skins, and so some people, the skin will react. So some chemicals will react with the skin. So then you can develop a rash. Your skin can get burnt, or your skin, which is easier to say, your skin can burn. Basically, it's what it is, isn't it? You can get, use a different word, I guess, redness. The skin can go red. Yes, other things, and that's where, isn't it, you're supposed to test. In theory, if you use any sort of cream or anything on the body, you're supposed to test it somewhere on the body. Although I'm not sure if the skin is the same everywhere. I guess if you do it like on, I don't know, on your arm, and it goes like, if there's a problem with the cream, I guess there'll be some type of reaction, no matter where it is, no matter where you put it, I imagine, perhaps. And then other or different parts of the skin could be more sensitive than others. But I guess in a general sense, if there's going to be a reaction, there'll be a reaction. And certainly people test it first. I remember I was much younger. I think I looked in the bathroom when I found these different creams and stuff, and I thought, I'll just try that, see what happens, see what that does. You just play with stuff. And then I think, I remember it was like my neck or my chest, and I was like, it went really, really red. Like, it was okay, like a few days later, so no big issues, but it was a strange thing. I guess that was the test for me. But I guess, how many products or how many brands do people go through of different products? And I guess another question is, do you religiously stay loyal to one brand? I guess if people find something that they like or that is good for them, I suppose they keep using that brand. But I don't know if they stay loyal to a brand and a product. Maybe it's not to a brand, but to the product. I wonder how many people use the brands because of the actual effect on them, like they actually notice something, like physical. Like if it's like the creams to I guess stop or slow down. Yeah, so maybe it's not to actually not happen at all, but to slow down wrinkles. Maybe it's to slow down the effects. I mean, if people actually notice, or if it's a case of it's a feel-good activity. They do it just because that's something nice. So it's something to pamper yourself with. when you pamper yourself, it's like you know how sometimes people go to a spa, or even not even like that dramatic in a sense. Like sometimes even like when people go to the hairdresser, it's not necessarily to to get the hair specifically. It's more because of the event and the occasion, and it's like someone's washing my hair for me and someone's cutting and combing and doing all the things to my hair. So they're pampering you, they're doing all these nice things for you to make you feel good, and something like that. That's the same then when people get manicures and pedicures and things for their nails and all that sort of stuff. Okay, nice to hear your thoughts, Sonia. So I suppose that she's preparing her face for her morning beauty routine. So she is young, but she loves to care for her face because she's a model. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So maybe she pays extra attention to what she applies because she does modeling. It could be. It could be. So but what product do you think? What is she actually using here? Is this I'm assuming this is like a cleanser of some sort. You put the cream on, so it's like a mask, but not like a hardcore mask. Because I think whenever I see masks, they seem to be thicker and more intense, I guess, like more, I don't know, more green and that sort of thing. Because the layer that she has on, I don't know, maybe I'm seeing this wrong, but to me it seems as though there's like a layer of white everywhere, or maybe that's just her skin. I don't know, but to me, or maybe the lighting and stuff. I was thinking she has like a layer of white all over, but maybe that's just her skin. Could be. Could be. Yeah. I don't know. And with the products, I don't know. I see sometimes if you go through the aisles in the supermarket, the beauty aisles, the beauty aisles, or in the chemist, or in whatever shop is selling beauty products. So the aisles being the rows, yeah. So when you walk through the beauty aisles, it's quite, I don't know, the range of the products is amazing to me. And I can understand why they give the free samples in magazines. As we I guess tend to group them, you get free samples in beauty magazines. But I'd say, well, not just beauty, but also what we tend to call women's magazines, mainly because that's for the interest of women. And you get the free samples, the little sachets. So you get like a sachet. So it could be a sachet of shampoo, but like creams or gels or all different sorts of things to try. To try before you buy. Try before you buy. And I mean, I guess that's the reason, isn't it, why there are so many samples in the magazines, is because if you walk down the aisle, I mean, I don't know if maybe what happens is when people are younger, they try out all the products and then as they get older, they just know which products they like, and they just keep using the same products, I guess, is the way it works, unless they get a sample of something and it's particularly good or something. Maybe I don't know, but they, I don't know. To me, there just seems so many to try, and I don't know if there's like a big difference with all of them. I don't know if it's like there's like, I don't know, for one brand, let's say there's 50 products, but only like maybe like 10 for a certain skin type, maybe like 10 for like very sensitive skin, others for, I don't know, normal skin, others for that have like a gel block, or say a sunblock or whatever. I don't know if it's like, maybe I haven't just paid enough attention to the actual products. Another option for this picture is that she woke up early after a passionated night. Oh, there's a word, passionated. I guess a tense night or a passionate night, but a passionated. Wow. Okay. So, I think, because I know you used okay. So I'm seeing, okay, passionated. It's like, for me, that's a new word, but I'm seeing it with different, there are different examples. It's definitely much more common to say passionate, which I'm assuming is the same meaning, basically, like with strong emotions and that sort of thing. Wow, what a word, passionated. And it would make sense because you have a lot of words with a at the beginning of the adjective. Anyway, so I think because she's wearing a shirt. It's true, she's wearing a shirt. Okay. I don't know. Sorry. She's wearing a shirt. She woke up early and she wanted to look beautiful for her boyfriend. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe. Okay. So she's wearing a shirt. So you think that's her boyfriend's shirt? Is that right? As it could be. I don't know. I don't know how you can tell. I don't know how do you tell the difference? How do you tell? It's a very common structure. It's like how do you know? But how do you tell? How do you tell the difference between a shirt and a blouse? Because to me, it's the fabric. Why don't something like that? Why isn't that blouse? Oh, okay. Question mark. Good idea. Question mark. Yes. Okay. So how do you tell? Okay, there we go. How do you tell the difference between a shirt and a blouse? And maybe, I think it's the material, but also the. I think blouses. I don't know. I think blouses tend to be generally like a softer sort of material. I don't know. They always seem more, I don't know, softer than I guess what I would class as a men's shirt, but it's hard to tell here. I guess it could be a man's shirt, but it could also be like a night shirt or like a pajama top as well. That could be the thing. So, but I'm interested. So she woke up early. Okay, so you got woke up. So you had the correct version, the second part. So she woke up early, does her beauty routine, and then, so I don't know if the idea here is like if she's with her boyfriend, like if they're at the same place. Because the idea that I was thinking is like she gets up, does her beauty routine, then like goes back to bed or something. And then it's like the boyfriend wakes up and he goes, "Oh, wow, you look so beautiful first thing in the morning." Like, you just woke up and I was like, wow. But I'm not sure if that's exactly what you meant, but that's what I was like imagining. That would be something. That would be a lot of, I don't know, is that commitment? Or is that being vain? Be vain. And when you're, I'm not sure if, okay, that is what you meant. Okay, all right. To be, I'm sure maybe I didn't have that there. So to be vain is when you're very, very, you're conscious that you do things for the way that you look. So you like you're always, well, I guess we see it loads more these days, just because of the whole selfie thing, so people are always, doing themselves, fixing themselves and making sure they look nice. And so everything is, not everything, but things are done. This is like the exaggeration in English. Everything is done. It's like, that's not true, but that's what we say. But everything is done for, to look good. Yeah. So it's like, I have to look good, in that situation. So, or I guess the better example is like, oh no, I can't do it. I can't go up because I've got a spot on my forehead or something, or I don't know, something doesn't look right, or my hair looks messy. I can't go up there, or whatever, that sort of thing. That's the vain thing. Maybe there was a song in the 70s or 80s. I think it was big in most of the world, I think, called You're So Vain. Carly Simon, I think it was. It was Carly Simon. But yeah, so I don't know if it's commitment or being vain, or maybe she's scared. I don't know if maybe that doesn't sound good. Maybe she's scared, like if the boyfriend sees her, because I think, isn't this what, I don't know, like in different parts of the world, but certainly lots of women that I know, they will describe putting makeup on and doing their beauty routine, but particularly putting makeup on, is they will say, I will put my face on. So it's and I guess, a lot, they say it in a humorous way as well, so it's like a bit of a joke, but also sometimes partly real, I guess. Because it is interesting, isn't it? Sometimes people look very, and I guess it depends on how much makeup people use, and that sort of thing. I'm not sure if it's how much, or if it's just the type, like with a brand or a particular product has a different sort of effect, or if it's like that, and maybe they're only using a little bit or the same amount, but it just has different effects on different people. I'm not sure. But I guess, because what did they say? It's the people go for the natural look. Isn't that the buzzword, the key thing? To have a natural look. Okay. So you don't consider it for being vain. Okay, it's because the relationship is new and she wants to be beautiful. She wants to be beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I accept what you're saying, but I don't know. In terms of that sort of point of view, I don't know. How long do you do that for? How long do you do that for? At what point? I mean, at what point can you stop doing that? Because You know, if she has to, she must be really tired. If she has to get up every morning to do I don't know how long the beauty routine takes, but if she has to get up every morning, go through the routine to be beautiful, and then her real day starts. But then again, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is what normally happens anyway. But I'm not sure, like I have to say, I don't think in a lot of the offices and places where I've worked, I think there haven't been too many places or people that I've seen that, well, okay, I guess there's two different things, isn't it? You have the beauty routine for cleansing and stuff, and then there's actually makeup. So I was going to say that you don't normally see people who wear like so much makeup or that sort of thing, but certainly you do see people have go to effort like with hair and that sort of thing. So yes, maybe that's just the normal thing anyway, that is done. Perhaps. But yeah, I don't know. Because I guess there's two things, isn't there? There's the no makeup look, and then there's the natural look that some people strive for. It's a good word, to strive. To strive for a particular look. This is just in this example, but to strive, you can use strive for many things. To strive is to put in a particular effort, like a good effort, a strong effort, to achieve something. And when we think of achieve, maybe we think of like, I don't know, medals or awards or something like that. But to achieve is just to get something done. You know, you achieve a task. So maybe maybe you're cleaning the floor, and if you achieve it, you get the floor clean. And to strive is to make an effort to do that, or whatever it is. So in this case, people can strive for a particular look. And I guess that happens like if you have costume parties and that sort of thing, and people try to look a certain way or whatever, and different sorts of things. So a person needs a level of confidence with his or her partner to feel a little bit relaxed. Okay. But are you saying that confidence comes from doing the routine and making sure you look the way you want to look? Is that the confidence, or do you mean the confidence to not have to do that? So in a manner of speaking, to say something, to see someone at their worst. In a manner of speaking, yeah? So to see someone at their worst and still like them, I guess is the point of the question. And so when is that, and there's no answer, okay? So it depends on each person and everything. But when is that confidence achieved? You know, when do people get that confidence? See, I don't know if it's a better thing to. It's difficult because you can say, oh, you should just be who you are, but then maybe who you are is like the routines and the things that you're interested in and the way that you want to appear to the world is part of who you are as well. So I guess there's arguments for for everything. Arguments on both sides, of course, for both sides or all sides, for everything. But yes, interesting. It is a curious thing, though, the amount of products that people use and get into. Now, I wonder if the and like I guess I asked a bit earlier, is like, I wonder if that makes more of a difference using the different creams and gels and whatever else, like for the skin to look or appear healthy, if that makes more of a difference to other things. Like, say, for example, if people are doing fitness and exercise, when people are sweating and their pores are getting clean, their pores are getting cleaned and they sweat. I wonder, like, if that has more of an impact on someone looking youthful, shall we say, than all the different creams, like doing different sorts of exercises and making efforts with that sort of thing, and I guess, like we've seen other things, like using looking for different fruits and vegetables and that sort of thing, and having let's say a healthy diet. If that makes more of an impact on the skin compared to any cream, because I suppose all of these creams that there are now, I guess if we go back, how long? I don't know, because you always hear stories about these people going around different countries selling these different potions and stuff. And there's been, I guess you have like witch doctors and things like that. I better turn that. Well, maybe it's not exactly the same level, but I guess the idea is that it's a person mixing different things for a particular effect. Is the idea. But you know what I mean? It's like, I imagine, if you go back, a few centuries, people would have been using, instead of using creams with all different chemicals, they would have been using, like some people still do these days, they would have been using avocado, the classic cucumber for the eyes, and those sort of things, using natural fruits and sauces directly, rather than mixing them with other things, unnatural. Maybe, I don't know. I've been together with the same person for 23 years, and this is a long time to feel confident and relaxed. Does that mean you felt relaxed for 23 years? So pretty much from the beginning? See, because I imagine that you're either relaxed or you're not. There's different things. You can have nervousness, which I think is slightly a different thing to being comfortable and feeling confidence. Because I think nervousness, you have is a nervous energy. But I think you can still be confident and nervous at the same time. I don't know. I guess maybe a lot of people might disagree with that, but I think you can be very confident in doing, I don't know, a presentation or something, but also be very nervous. And nerves are just a natural part of something in some situations, and particularly when you meet someone new that you're interested in. I guess the fact that you're nervous shows that you're actually interested. It's a real thing. Whereas if you weren't nervous, it's probably more of a problem. If you weren't nervous to meet the person, if you weren't sort of nervous to make sure you come across the impression that you give is a positive one of whatever it is. If it's the words or the stories you tell or the questions you ask or how you eat, all those sorts of things. So it's like the way you come across, impression make. And when all of those things, I guess it's good to be nervous, but and I imagine, after meeting someone, I imagine, you either have a sense that you can have, maybe you don't actually have it right now, but you can have confidence with them. You would have that sense pretty quickly, I imagine. Maybe sometimes you can have things where it's like you're not, and then there can be dramatic changes, but I don't know. I imagine for most people, most combinations, you have an idea pretty quickly that, it's like they say first impressions, and maybe they're not always right, not always wrong, but that's the first impression. But I don't know, if say you sit with someone, you chat with them for like 10, 20, 30 minutes, couple of hours, have a drink, have a dinner or a lunch or whatever, I think you can perhaps get a sense of, if you could feel confident with them. I don't know. Even though you may still be nervous. I'm not sure if that makes sense or if that's just me and some crazy talk, that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know. But I do like the idea of using natural products. Because certainly with I guess that's the main thing that concerns me with a lot of the products I see in the shops with chemicals and all that sort of thing. It's it's a little bit different. So, and it's the sense that it's like you're doing something maybe for, like, if it's like to stop, if it's anti-aging, whatever that is. I mean, because maybe they all work, but they stop one thing, but there's something else. I mean, who knows? Maybe you put them on and your skin doesn't age, but then it's more sensitive to the sun after using it for 20 years or something. Because I mean, I don't know like how the tests are done and what they test for or what they can test for. I don't know if they test what's the effect after using a product for 20 years, not just if the wrinkles are stopped and they have like beautiful skin, but there's some other issue. I don't know. I guess the fact that these industries have been going for a long time now, I guess that means there's probably no big issues. And if something does happen, it's hard to necessarily pinpoint the cause. Pinpoint, I like that word. The cause. The cause or the actual reason for that. You know what I mean? I think that's a possibility. Interesting. Okay, so let's do a quick reminder that this is Have a Tea with Me. This is a live English conversation session from the Lesson Jigsaw channel, 12 o'clock Universal Time. We are here every day, Monday to Friday, for English practice. If you wish to participate, if you wish to speak, you can click on the link in the chat and come on through to the studio. If 12 o'clock Universal Time is not a good time for you, you can always send us an email, which you will see running across the bottom of the screen, chatonlessonjigsaw@gmail.com. Let us know where you are, your time zone, and any days and times that may be more suitable for you. Because, you can have a tea at any time, I guess, is the key. Okay, so I think for today's session, I think we might leave it there. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for liking, subscribing, following, all those sorts of things. Thanks very much for your comments and opinions, Sonia. Always very good to hear from you. Thank you very much. And we'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock Universal Time. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll see you later. All right, take care.